The following is a live sports presentation on Glycon.
Glycon's coverage of UA Local 502 Louisville basketball game night starts now.
Good afternoon, Rockets Nation. Live from Rupp Arena. It's a Sweet 16 on Glycon. Chris LeBar alongside legendary Hall of Fame coach Mark Evans. Welcome to our broadcast. Assumption in Calloway County, Mark. The winner gets Douglas, as Douglas dispatched Henderson County earlier today. And Assumption, a historic season for them, 24 wins.
Yeah, Karen Kovac has done a fantastic job over the last couple of years with this team. They definitely are deep in talent. They are very athletic. They run the court extremely well. They're a fun team to watch, Chris.
Rockets here for the first time since 2007, and candidly, maybe one of the favorites.
I would say without a doubt. I mean, I think they played 4 or 5 teams in the field this year here. They've beaten every one of them with the exception of GRC, which is in the other bracket, and that was a triple overtime game. I definitely think they're one of the favorites. They knocked off a very good Sacred Heart team, not as good as they've been in the past with the talent, but still a very good team. So they've also played a very good schedule, and they play some of the top teams in the country, and that's how Karen Kovac has prepped them for this opportunity here. This
Rockets team seems like they've been building towards this season, and they have a wonderful nucleus of seniors.
Oh, absolutely. Starts with Ashlyn James. I mean, she is a stud. She's great at everything. She's a three-level scorer. She can shoot the three. She definitely get the ball to the rim. But what makes her really special, she's got great court vision. She makes everybody else better on her team. She finds the open players. And anytime you have your superstar that does that, it makes for a happy team.
Calloway County represents the first region. First time they've been here since 2011. 33-2, and they started 26-0.
Yeah, I saw that. They opened up 26-0. I had the opportunity to see them on film probably 1 or 2 times. They're a very good team. It's not an easy region where they come from down there. They had to beat McCracken. They beat them by 1 point to get out there to get here. And McCracken has kind of dominated the last 2, 3, 4 years with some really well coaches. So, you got to think the same about Calloway County. If they got out of down there, then they have to be good. With that record, there's no doubt they're good.
Calloway County led by first region player of the year, Sailor Lowe, 21 points, 9 rebounds. She's played since the 7th grade, over 3,000 career points.
Yeah, I mean, there aren't words for that. I mean, I've been around a lot of good players. I've had a lot of good players in my time coaching at Odom and Mercy both, but 3,000 points is just unbelievable. And there are good teams. There are good teams down there, without a doubt. They don't get as much sometimes competition because a lot of people don't want to drive that 3, 4, 5 hours to get themselves down to that area of the state. But I've looked at their schedule. They play good teams. They've beaten them all, with the exception of 1 or 2. So you got to know what's coming. And Sailor Lowe is a real deal.
Assumption, Calloway County. 12 minutes from live basketball at Rupp Arena. Up next, you'll hear from Coach C, the third-year head coach of the Rockets. And thanks for joining us today live from Rupp Arena. It's a Sweet 16 on Glycon.
Hi, folks. Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer. Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Oldham County today.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Polo Real Estate Group, your one-stop real estate source. Founded by 1993 Male graduate Dion Reese. Contact him at 502-387-6330 or visit polorealestategroup.com.
Karen Kovacs, the head coach of Assumption.
Looking back at our schedule and the season, I intentionally made the schedule extremely hard. I wanted to position Ashlyn James for consideration of Miss Basketball, obviously, right, to go up against other girls that would be nominees. That was one strategy, but the other was also what would it look like in postseason? Who are the top ranked teams? So we went in-state, out-of-state, played as many of them as we could. So first game out of the chute is Calloway, and that was our second scrimmage. They're a nice-looking team, 2 Miss Basketball nominees, excellent coach, great program. But it's hard to stay with Assumption for 4 quarters, and we've got there's been teams that have that have stayed with us a half or 3, but we've got just a team full of athletes that want to run and want to attack the whole time. They're a lot of fun.
So Ashlyn and Saray have kind of been your 7th region championship. I feel like Kylie really stepped up and she was making some huge plays. Can you talk a little bit about her, but really just, I feel like your depth has continued to grow as the season has gone on. And so just kind of how that's played a role in helping you all be a tough team to beat.
Sure. It's funny because everybody looks at us and they say that you're packed with veterans, and we've got 5 amazing seniors. That's true, but I couldn't be proud of Saray and Kylie. Even last year, both as freshmen, they stepped up big time. I mean, Saray in that last game against Sacred Heart, she controlled the tempo of the game as a freshman. I mean, my goodness. And then, yes, Kylie with 17 points, 9 boards against Sacred Heart in this last game. Anybody that knows Kylie knows that she's probably our most competitive athlete on the team. And she doesn't look it, right? She always looks happy. And, but man, she's a competitor through and through. She's won the Kentucky State high jump since being a 7th grader. Like, she's just incredibly athletic. We had a goal for her this year to be able to dunk. She's dunking a softball. But I talk about this all the time. They all love each other and play for each other. And our seniors have really helped guide and help Kylie and Saray and Veronica and all of our underclassmen really grow in confidence. And I rely on them heavily. Kylie comes off the bench and she gives us such a spark. She ignites our defense. She's grabbing rebounds. She finishes at the rim. Like, she's hard to guard.
You scrimmaged Calloway. A little bit about it. How did that go? And can you talk about those 2 players they have? I mean, is it just you stop them, then you're fine, or is there more to it?
Well, the scrimmage went it was in our favor. We the first quarter score was 11-10, and we held them to 9 points the rest of the game. And again, that was just, we were throwing all kinds of defense. It was early in the year. It was November something, and we were trying different mans, matchup zone, trapping. We were trying all different kinds of things. We to me, watching that game again, we looked undisciplined and scattered. But I know that it was early for them too. So I know that they're polished and they're going to be ready. And Coach Kristen's a great coach, very smart. And the 2, they do bring a 1-2 punch. So they've got size. and they have quickness in the guard. So both of those players they're hard to match. They both can hit the three, and they play with an intensity that we really respect. It's go the whole time. But again, I think we have a scouting report. We'll know how to play those two. But I think more of it is how are we going to play and what are we going to do? And I try to focus a lot on our execution of offense and what are we going to run defensively. So it should be a fun game.
All right, Coach.
Red Ball Recycling is Southern Indiana's #1 recycling choice for a reason. We offer top dollar for all scrap metal. We can buy steel, copper, aluminum, brass, junk cars, and more. Call or stop by Red Ball Recycling and turn your scrap metal into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
This is the mower that cut the lawn, that became the place their kids grew up. The legendary Exmark Laser Z is the zero-turn mower more landscape pros trust. For cut quality, comfort, and reliability. Exmark, official mowers of the backyard life. Visit your local dealer or explore the Exmark Laser Z online for special finance offers, available now.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Central Bank Center at Rupp Arena. Just moments from first round game number 2 of the afternoon between Assumption and Calloway County. I'm Chris LaBar alongside Mark Evans. Our producer is Steve Bird. Today's starting lineups presented by Apex Driving School, where learning to drive feels like family. The Assumption starters, so much talent in that backcourt with James and Palmer, Jada Allen, Layla Powell, Ava Moore, all Mark. They fulfill their role and they excel at what they're doing.
Very talented, Chris. Very, very quick. And they love to push the basketball, and they do it well together. They share the ball well together, too.
Ashland leading Assumption in scoring 15 points and 9 boards, and Saray Palmer averaging 12 points per game. The starters for Calloway County, Sailor Lowe at the far right of your screen, receiving so many accolades. Team leader at points and rebounds at 21-9. But Jaden Koch, senior point guard, 18 points per game and a very strong three-point shooter.
Yeah, I liked her a lot when I watched him on film the couple times I saw him this year. Shoots the ball well from the three. Can go right or can go left and pull up and knock him down. It's somebody that the Rockets are going to at least have to know where she's at on the court. She gets her points in transition a lot of times, but we'll have to see how the transition goes because this Rocket team is kind of the queen of transitions.
First matchup that we can recall during the regular season between these teams. You heard Coach C talk about the earlier non-regular part of their schedule, so they're familiar with one another. It's very early in the preseason.
Yeah, it's been a long time ago. And those scrimmages, you're just trying to get to know each other. A lot of times there's a big change from time to time. I heard her say that they only scored 9. They scored 10 points in the first quarter and never scored but 9 the rest of the game. One thing that really, really impresses me about this Assumption game is the way they get out and guard you. They really overplay a lot, but they react well, on the weak side and things like that. But they really, really make it hard on your ball handlers. They really gave Sacred Heart fits with their defense.
Coach C just talks about other teams. They can stay with Assumption for a period of time, but over the course of 32 minutes, that pace is very difficult to maintain.
Yeah, she's funny. She reminds me a lot of us a long time ago when I talked to her, and I've talked to her a lot. I really like Coach. But anyway, she said she feels like she has to rope them in every once in a while because if she don't slow them down, they just keep on running no matter what the score is, what the situation is, no matter what. So they live by their defense, and they are a great transition.
Tonight's officials, Haley Ward, Boyd Harris, and Darrell Russia. Assumption, the road team, all black, pink numerals, pink trim. And the visitors will be the Rockets. Calloway County, the home team on the scoreboard. Red numerals and red trim inside that core white jersey. Nice crowd on hand and a lot of folks making the long trek up from western Kentucky to represent Calloway County.
Yeah, it's probably a good 5-hour plus drive. I was trying to hire a coach some years ago down that way, Paducah, and I made that 4-hour drive. Then I found out I had to get to my lake house. So I had to go back to Cumberland. So I could have went to Florida. So it's a long, long way.
You had to stop for gas.
A couple times.
Assumption, Calloway County, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Both teams a wonderful season. Only one will continue on to round 2. Calloway County will begin this game left to right with possession.
Yeah, and you're going to see a real overplay man-to-man by the Assumption Rockets, as you're already watching. And they will run and jump from time to time, too, if you turn your back.
Jaden Koch will handle up top, shadowed by Ava Moore as Koch, the seasoned senior point guard. Belt high pass, high left, that's Angie Henry, number 3. Post entry, the first touch for Sailor Lowe, back tap, stolen away, Layla Powell out with it for Assumption. And here comes Ashlyn James all the way to the basket, and it's good and a foul.
Yeah, transition defense is going to be a big for this Callaway County team. They're going to have to get back. That time, Sailor Lowe just stepped just a little early, and they were able to tip away from her, get the fast break going the other way for the Rockets.
Ashlyn James soaring in with that left hand. Free throw perfect. And Assumption leading 3-zip to start this game. Yeah. And they're going to pick up with full court press into forecourt, Jaden Koch. And Koch's pass deflected. It's fielded by Callie Franklin far left on that Rupp Arena logo.
Yeah, you saw Ashlyn James almost get that pass. She plays the passing lanes extremely well. She knows how to get thin without fouling. She just does a real nice job.
Left wing 3 is going to saddle out, but Callaway County attacking the rebound from Callie Franklin, and it's going to trickle out of bounds. It will stay with the Lakers. So Callaway County dead ball possession, far right, just in front of the Assumption bench.
Yeah.
And there's the lob and deflected out. They tried to find Lowe and deflected out by Layla Powell again.
Yeah, they're looking to hit Lowe, and the Lowe would drop that left shoulder and take it right to the basket on that inbound play.
So Callaway County again to inbound. Belt high pass up top, fielded by Franklin, and she threw that ball away. Ava Moore for Assumption, driving to the basket. And the ball trickles off the rim a couple of times. However, a Callaway County foul.
Well, you're seeing the same defense that Sacred Heart saw in the fouls of the region. They just smother you with their defense, and that's the Rockets. Have some real concerns for the Lakers watching this first few minutes, but maybe they'll calm down a little bit.
Callie Franklin called for the foul. Callaway County with 2 early fouls as Assumption's Ava Moore drains the free throw. Assumption 2 of 2 from the foul line to start this game. A group shooting 66% as a team from the foul line.
Yeah, Ava's 87%, so that helps the team right off the bat.
Rockets clicking early. They lead by 5, just over 90 seconds deep. That ball's going to squirt in backcourt. Too much Assumption speed. Palmer darts through to get the pass, and the follow goes for Assumption. It's Layla Powell attacking the backboard.
Yeah, the speed of Assumption is really making a difference already. And they do a nice job of their defense without fouling, too. That's what I've noticed in the several games I've watched them play. The Rockets really overplays and plays hard, but they don't foul a lot.
An Assumption foul coming up the floor, their first team foul. Going to be whistled against Powell. As Koch sealed off at that far corner, and now Lowe, 25 feet from the basket, and they'll reignite the offense to the floor general, Jaden Koch.
Just trying to set a high screen on the top, and she denied the screen. Now they're looking to Koch to Lowe on the inside.
Callie Franklin, far left sideline.
Yeah, the length of Assumption's already bothering them.
Angie Embry has it poked away, but Lowe able to scoot it up, and the entry out of bounds to Assumption.
Yeah, deflections, you're going to see a lot of those from Assumption, and right now I think this Calloway Lakers team has to attack the basket some. Got to put some pressure on the defense. It's too much perimeter right now.
Ashlyn James into front court for Assumption. Far sideline, Jada Powell, and rather a Jaden Allen, and she'll drive in, and we have a Callaway County foul. It's on Sailor Lowe. That bears watching. They're all everything player. Lowe with her first foul. The Lakers with 3 early personals as Assumption inbounds. There's Ava Moore at the foul line. A long 3 high left spins out from Layla Powell, and chased down in the corner. Jada Allen, and Assumption will reignite this offense. It's Jada Allen attacking in the corner. That's Saray Palmer, and Palmer called for a travel.
Yeah, quite a few steps in that one. Looks like they're just going to pick up man-to-man, Chris, like they have been. Just to speed the game up is all they're trying to do. Rockets want the game to go fast.
Kylie Moore is checked in for Assumption. Moore, 6-foot sophomore, averaging 7 points a ball game. What an effort she had Saturday versus Sacred Heart. 17 points, 9 caroms. On the floor for Callaway County is Josie Haynes. She'll handle it far sideline, an 8th grader. Now Callie Franklin, they're going to run the weave up top as Koch. Nice entry, and Low shot rattles in. First field goal for Callaway County at the 4:50 mark. First field goal for Sailor Lowe. Jada Allen now weaving to Saray Palmer. Elbow jumper, got the roll.
Yeah, Palmer tore up Sacred Heart in the finals. She had 2 or 3 big threes right in the fourth quarter that completely flipped the game around.
Saray, her first field goal. Assumption responds to Callaway County's first field goal. They lead 9-2. Angie Emery will swing it high left to Low, and they'll shoot it around the corner. Driving baseline is Koch, and she'll be called for a travel. Wonderful help side defense by the Assumption Bigs.
Yeah, they like I said earlier, Chris, they do a good job of overplaying, but they also will rotate back quickly on the weak side for the weak side rebound side. So they do a nice job of help.
There's Jada Allen now spinning. As Palmer at the foul line, weaving Ashlyn James, high left 3, back rim no, backside rebound up and off, and a Callaway County foul as Kylie Moore is fouled on the putback.
Yeah, the Lakers can't afford to give up second and third shots to this Assumption team. All these guards for Assumption goes hard to the boards, and you really got to really cover your weak side boards. They got to really block out.
Fourth team foul on Callaway County. Assumption 3 of 3 from the foul line. Now make it 4 of 4 as Kylie Moore gets the roll. And a great start for the Rockets as both of Moore's free throws go in, and Assumption out of the gates quickly.
Yeah, I wondered how, it's the first time for Assumption in a long time being up here. I was wondering how they react, but they look calm as calm can be.
0-7 the last Rocket appearance in the Sweet 16, and it's going to stay on the entry out of bounds to Calloway County as they tried to funnel it down to Low, and Palmer able to deflect it out of bounds.
Yeah. Their offense definitely goes through Low.
There's the entry. Baseline jumper is in for Sailor Low.
Yeah, got a nice outside shot too, but she's up against a little bit probably more length than she's used to.
Low committed to North Alabama out of the ASUN. Assumption leads the 11-4 nearing the 3-minute mark opening quarter. There's the weave again. Foul line jumper perfectly executed by Ashlyn James.
Yeah, she got that short range down. She can even fade a little bit, and she's hard to block.
13-4. Assumption with a lead under 3 now in this opening quarter. Next whistle will take us to a media timeout as Jaden Koch funnels it to the 8th grader Haynes off the mark from the corner 3. Low's putback is off, and an Assumption rebound cleared by Kylie Moore. And James wearing that pink bandana soaring into front court. A 3, Palmer left wing, it horseshoes out. And chased down again by Assumption, but thrown into backcourt and chased down by Haynes, the 8th grader. And Haynes, a strong drive to the basket, will net 2 free throws after an Assumption foul.
Yeah, great job of using her body to shield off the defender that time on this layup. Pretty impressive for an 8th grader to do that.
Good start for the Rockets. They lead Calloway County 13-4. We'll step aside, more coverage from Rupp right after this on Glycod.
A Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
.222 in this opening quarter. Assumption out of the gates quickly. They lead Calloway County 13-4, and already we've seen the pace perhaps an issue for the Lakers.
Yeah, definitely so. They would like to slow it down and go inside to Sailor Low. That's not happening too well with these Rockets because every time the Callaway County misses a shot or makes a turnover, the Rockets are taking it to the rim, and they take it to the rim extremely well.
So Josie Haynes, 5'6", 8th grader. She is the Lakers' 8th entry, at least normally throughout the season, the first to appear today off the bench as a 6th player.
Yeah, like I said, I was impressed with her. You know, she made that play and took the ball right to the rim and shielded the defense off with her body. Didn't allow the block, so that's a little beyond her years, and that's a good thing to see.
As Haynes swishes the first free throw, in a lot of these rural communities, you'll see excellent middle school players join the varsity program earlier in Callaway County now, with a few of these that have started from the middle school era.
Yeah, back in my beginnings, Laurel County was the one that had all the 7th and 8th graders, and they would start as 7th graders. Roy Bowling was a great coach, and he would end up with them being seniors, and they were at the state tournament pretty much every year. There's a big advantage with having the middle schoolers like that on your team.
Josie Haynes swished them both, and there's the Assumption answer as Palmer steered it in off the drive. 15-6 Rockets.
Yeah, into a 1-2-2 press, three-quarter court. Once again, everything's to speed up and turn over.
And it's going to deflect out as the side entry pass deflects out. It will stay Calloway County with 1:53 in this opening quarter. And Callaway County in possession as Jaden Koch being chased far sideline by Jada Allen.
Yeah, they're just Assumption's just playing man-to-man, but they're switching screens.
High right three is perfectly executed. That's Callie Franklin, and it's a 6-point Assumption lead.
Key is that down on the defensive end for Callaway County. So far, they've not had any answers to stop this Rocket team.
Ashlyn James spins on the handoff. The shot off from the paint. Rebound and a leak out. Angie Emery will pause baseline, and it's chased out of bounds. Possession Callaway County as Saray Palmer darted all the way back to knock it out of bounds.
I love watching Palmer play. She's fun on both ends, but she's so active all the time. You can't turn your back for a second or she'll take it away from you. She's really a good player to watch.
Sailor Lowe received the entry pass. Foul line extended as she'll drive left and shoot it across to Angie Emery. And Koch, the point guard, you get the sense she may not leave the floor today. She tries to stabilize things up front for Callaway County.
She does a very nice job, and you have to be real careful because this Assumption team can turn you over 2 or 3 times and it's over with.
There's a long three from the high right that's off the mark, and the rebound off to Assumption. Palmer, one pass ahead, basket good as Kylie Moore runs the floor and puts it in.
Well, that's how you draw them up, Chris. That was a beautiful fast break. That's what I'm talking about. You know, this Callaway County team has to really take care of the basketball.
Deflected away. Moore got a hand on that. The ball funneled into backcourt, and the layup is off. Moore chases the shot down, and a Callaway County foul. Kylie Moore making her presence felt on both possessions, and Assumption for 2 more free throws.
Yeah. They do a nice job of chasing the shots, too, if they miss. And they miss quite a bit, honestly. They're not a great shooting team, I wouldn't say, the Rockets, but they always have somebody following for a rebound.
Free throw perfectly executed as it trickles home to Callaway County. The second whistled on starting guard Callie Franklin. There's the lead at 9, and it's going to stay 18-9 as the free throw rattles out. And Callaway County, the Lakers with a rebound. Latter stages opening quarter. Far sideline. Kylie Moore applying ball pressure on Jaden Koch at 10. Swirled out. There's a corner three. Josie Haynes, and it's blocked out of bounds on the Assumption closeout, and that's Moore again. Kylie Moore, the link, so bothersome. And Callaway County will inbound underneath their own basket with 8 seconds left in this quarter. There's the entry. Strong drive off the mark. And Assumption chases it down. Moore leaks out, and that's going to close the first. Assumption, a really impressive beginning as they lead Callaway County after one, 18-9. More coverage coming up right after this timeout. You're listening and watching to Glycod.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut. And the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
A great start for Assumption. They lead Callaway County after one, 18-9. Rockets 50% mark from the floor.
Yeah, it's easy to have high percentages when you shoot a lot of layups, and that's what's exactly going on for the Rockets. They're turning them over, they're making a quick rebound, getting a good outlet pass, and that's how Assumption loves to play. They're fun to watch.
Callaway County 3 out of 9 from the floor. What sorts of things do they want to try to get done here in this first half?
I think they need to attack the basket a little bit better. I think right now the bottom line is they're trying to reverse the ball, and get it into Sailor. I think that it might help them set some high screens maybe with Sailor and let her roll to the basket. Just a different look than just perimeter passing to the post. Because if you don't make this Assumption team move, you're not going to have a good day.
Assumption basketball right to left to start this second quarter. There's Layla Powell on the floor as Franklin could not contain Ashlyn James. Again, Franklin with those 2 fouls, providing no discipline whatsoever, and Ashlyn James driving for a 29 Assumption lead. There's Jaden Koch pausing far sideline. She'll swing it up top to Sailor Lowe. There's Lowe angling left, spinning back right, floated that shot well short, rebound vacuumed in by Layla Powell, number 23 of Assumption, and the Rockets with numbers. Jada Allen, great pass underneath, and the shot off the mark from Ava Moore from the doorstep, and Calloway County able to rip out that rebound.
Yeah, this Rocket team does a nice job of driving the baseline and kicking it back to the middle of the basket for cutters.
Entry off the mark from Lowe. Koch followed, did not get that one, and a foul on Callaway County's point guard, Jaden Koch, as she tried to reach in and steal that ball away from Layla Powell. Rockets bring back Kylie Moore as Jada Allen will check out in the depth of Assumption. Rock solid 7 to start this game. Ashlyn James spinning right, high off the window, backside rebound, going to now hit the paint and chase down out of there by Assumption. And it's going to deflect off the sideline. Possession, Callaway County, as Jada Allen could not get to that loose ball.
Yeah, they just set a simple flat screen that time for James coming out the top. Looks so far, Chris, like anytime James wants to get to the basket, she can. She just has to finish her shots.
Callaway County now inbounding, an important stretch for them, nearing the 6:30 mark of this first half. Their first double-figure deficit in this game. Sailor Lowe coming to meet the pass, far sideline in front of a few seated red sweatshirts. Folks coming up from Callaway County to watch. There's Koch. And a reach-around foul and a good call as Saray Palmer getting a part of the arm on the reach-in. First foul this stanza on Assumption. Callaway County will inbound as Franklin shoots it back to Sailor Lowe, and now Koch will handle it.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting matchup. They have Ashlyn James on Sailor Lowe.
All the length, too bothersome for Lowe as Kylie Moore comes out with it. There's hands everywhere when the ball goes in the lane. And an unforced Assumption turnover as the pass too strong from Powell to Franklin out of bounds. Rather, from Powell to Palmer out of bounds. Under 6 minutes in the half. And Callaway County looking for their first field goal as they traipse up half court. And a Lakers timeout. Head coach Kirsten Collins will pause play for 30, and we'll join them. Now this message from German American Bank. Be right back.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Assumption leading Callaway County 20-9. The winner will take on Frederick Douglass on Friday at 11 a.m. as Douglass earlier this morning defeated Henderson County by 19 points.
Yeah, Chris, they're back in their 1-2-2, and it's giving them fits, to be honest with you. This Callaway County team's struggling with just a 1-2-2 three-quarter court press.
There's Saray Palmer on the steal for the Rockets as Palmer drives, leaves that shot long, backside. Put back is up and in for Kylie Moore.
Yeah, the Lakers have to get that weak side boards. They have to get to that block. They're not rotating very well to the backside, and that'll kill them. This Assumption team will get second shot after second shot.
The Lakers need James Worthy right now. Far sideline, another turnover out of bounds to Assumption.
Yeah, they need a few athletes out there. Yeah, they're a good team, but right now Assumption's a little bit more athletic, I would believe.
Saray Palmer will inbound. A really solid start for Assumption, leading by 22-9. Their 13-point margin, the longest they've enjoyed thus far. Palmer inside the arc, tries a long two, and it rattles out. And the rebound snatched by Jaden Koch. And Koch going to throw that ball, and it's turned over. Assumption, all that pressure causing so many issues, and the layup in for Ashlyn James.
Yeah, great reverse layup. She saw the kid come in to try to block her shot. She went under and used the rim to protect herself.
4:40 in this second quarter, and Callaway County yet to score in the stanza. There's a reverse layup off by Sailor Lowe's. They finally broke the press, but Ashlyn James the other way for Assumption. Foul line jumper is off. Rebound up, and a Lakers foul. Running back to claim that rebound was Layla Powell, and Assumption to the free throw line for two more.
Well, you heard in Coach Kovach's press conference where basically she said a lot of teams can run for the first half with them, but by the third and fourth quarter it's over with. Well, this first half they're pretty much taking over. Transition defense is going to be a must for the Lakers.
Free throw in for Powell as Assumption scored the first 7 of this quarter. So Callaway County yet to scratch at the 4:29 mark. A team averaging 66. Both teams average 66 points a night. And Assumption knocking in 2 more free throws.
Standing that 1-2-2. They're trying to handle with a 1-2-2 look, which is kind of different.
Jaden Koch far sideline into front court now for Callaway County. She'll angle it down in the lane. And an Assumption foul. They finally got it where they wanted to, low in the paint. She offered a head fake. And a foul whistled on Ava Moore. Second team foul this quarter on Assumption. So Callaway County with a chance to score their first point of the quarter. Sailor Lowe for 2. Free throw is in.
Yeah, that was a good job by her point guard Koch that time, setting her up for the opportunity to get the shot off and the head fake.
Lowe, a 90% free throw shooter.
Pretty stroke. She got a real nice stroke.
And 2 perfectly executed. As the lead reduced to 15, just over 4 minutes till half. As Ashlyn James attacking. Spins far sideline, Ava Moore. Now Moore centers it in the lane. High arcer off the window is in. She got that angle to the right and a perfect shot off the glass.
Well, they didn't stop her though, Chris. She goes right every time, and you got to recognize that. You got to get up there and try to force her to go the other way.
Jaden Koch, foul line jumper off the press offense. That one's long, and Assumption with a rebound. James behind the back. 4 white jerseys chase her. There's the trailer. Jada Allen inside the line. Good as she'll loft it in from the paint.
Yeah, pretty runner. As I said earlier, though, what makes James so good is she shares the basketball so well. She's got great court vision, and she sees her teammates.
3:18 left. Callaway County head coach Kirsten Collins with a wry smile to our left. You get the sense she knows her team's in for it right now.
Yeah.
And a foul on Assumption again on the entry. That's the second consecutive play they've found low underneath, and an Assumption foul.
Well, Coach Kovach puts a lot of her emphasis on defense, so she won't like that easy ball getting into the big post player.
Kyla Kovach will check in for the first time momentarily as Sailor Koch, 3 of 3 from the free throw line for Callaway County. She'll drain that one. And checking out for the Rockets, Kylie Moore. Moore providing a lift with 4 points. And you don't want to foul Sailor Low. 4-4 with 3 minutes left, and Assumption leading 30-13.
But before this game, Chris, she was 123 out of 137 from the free throw line.
Free throw was off. Rather, the shot attempt is off for Assumption, and they're going to maintain possession at the other end after a deflection off of Calloway County. 2:55 in the first half. Assumption leading Calloway County 30-13. We'll step aside. More coverage coming up from Rupp right after this on Glycod.
A Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
We'd like to invite you to subscribe to our free-to-watch, or in this case, listen to high school athletics platform. You can check us out online on YouTube at Glycod as we strive to provide the most positive production of high school sports. Mark, both teams have had a wonderful year, but Calloway County just seems like maybe in a little bit too deep right now.
Yeah, I'd say so, Chris. Once again, spectacular record by Calloway County, and they have beat some very good ball teams. But this Assumption team is a tough matchup for them. Just the sheer athleticism. Assumption's getting any kind of a shot they pretty much want and getting second shots, where Callaway's having to work for every score they get.
Versus the Sweet 16 field, Callaway County is 1-1, losing to Henderson County, who they were no match earlier for Frederick Douglass. Lakers' lone win versus Lyon County preceding this tournament. Entry pass deflected away and stolen. Nice play by Angie Hemery to deflect that post entry, and it's scooped up by Sailor Low, and now the big will cross half court for the Lakers. Jaden Koch being badgered up top by Saray Palmer. Nice cut underneath, and the basket's going to go in for Angie Emery. That's Callaway County's first field goal of the second quarter.
Well, I think that was well drawn by their coach at that break. Nice little back cut.
Assumption running their stuff in half court, and a moving screen as Layla Powell planted one of the Lakers coming around the screen.
Yeah, it looked like it caught her foot. It was kind of an odd one. Looked like she tripped over her foot.
Fourth team Assumption foul as the Rockets will check out Layla Powell, and they'll bring back in Ashlyn James.
Yeah, I think Coach Kovac likes this 1-2-2. I used to love it too. We played it a lot in my stops in time.
Nearing the 2-minute mark. Assumption has led throughout. There's the entry at the elbow, Sailor Low for Callaway County, and Low drawing some defensive attention. Koch from the foul line, and she is fouled on the side of the head as she got the shot off, and will head to the free throw line for two.
Yeah, good looking little pull up. She also shoots the free throws extremely well at 84%.
They're a nice complement to one another.
Yeah, I think this is just a matchup issue, to be honest with you. I think this Callaway County just couldn't afford to run against the athletes of Assumption, but they have a fine-looking ball team.
Jaden Koch's free throw is in. She will have one more. She's an 84% foul shooter. Callaway County 6 of 6 from the foul line in this quarter. And Assumption by 13.
Well, they're getting to the line. That's a good sign. attacking the basket, son. They're not settling.
Ashlyn James, pull-up jumper, perfect from the elbow. Calloway County into front court against this press. Been so bothersome at times, and again, a miscue is a travel against Sailor Lowe. They found Lowe in transition, and she couldn't maintain her pivot foot.
Yeah, they set her up. They passed her right into the defense, and she had nowhere to go but to travel.
1:30 remaining.
Another high screen for James.
There's a three that's off in the corner from Palmer. And a rebound, offensive rebound Assumption. It leaks back out up top, Jada Allen. And Allen going to reignite as she seizes the opportunity and funnels it left corner. Ashlyn James eyeballs a three. That swirls out. Rebound scooped away by Sailor Lowe. And numbers, outlet pass up and off the mark as Haynes read the floor beautifully and could not put it in. There's Saray Palmer in transition, and Assumption makes the Lakers pay.
Yeah, you miss layups on one end, they usually haunt you on the other end. That's kind of the way it goes.
Palmer now with 8, 34-17. And Calloway County throwing it away underneath the Assumption basket as they had Angie Emery near baseline, and the pass too high out of bounds.
Yeah, the Rockets are dominating the tempo, Chris. I mean, they're pushing everything, and they're forcing Callaway to play fast, and you can tell it's not their cup of tea.
Assumption creeping into front court. This may be the final possession of the half. As Ashlyn James, 11 points and a couple of assists, leading scorer on the floor.
Yeah, Ashlyn can get to the rim anytime she wants, but they run out of horns action, just two up high. They'll come off these screens and they'll play off of the screen.
Adams cannot stay with James, and James' shot is off the mark and a foul underneath. A strong drive for Ashlyn James with 3.1 left as she'll get up off the floor and grin and head to the free throw line for two.
Her first step is special. That's why she's going to a Division I school. She's got a great first step.
3.1 seconds in the half. Ashlyn James, 11 points. And the free throw swirls out. James over 1,400 career points in her high school career. And the second free throw is in. So the Lakers with one final shot attempt. It's a three on the run from the left side, and that's going to wrap up a very impressive first half. Assumption showing why they're to be reckoned with this week. They lead Calloway County at the half 35-17. Assumption AD Lisa Pinkston will join us in a little bit. We'll also have some stats and updates at the Sweet 16. Thanks for joining us live on Glycod. We'll have more coverage right after this pause.
A Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer. Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Oldham County today.
Welcome to Holy Smokes Barbecue.
At Holy Smokes Barbecue, our pitmasters smoke up mouth-watering ribs, chicken, brisket, mutton, and more. From sandwiches to full dinners, with a complete list of sides and desserts. Holy Smokes Barbecue. Just tell them that the man in the big white hat sent you.
Order up,
How's the pork chop taste?
It's pretty good. It's the best one I've ever had.
Holy Smokes Barbecue! Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you.
When you want the right agents for your real estate needs, choose the Van Treese team with True Blood Real Estate. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura Protenick Van Treese combine local knowledge, dedication, and results to help you buy or sell with confidence. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463. Because no other real estate team quite measures up when you experience the True Blood advantage.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, a tradition of corporate excellence and community service. For more, visit tfcfamily.com.
An impressive first half as Assumption leads Calloway County at the half, 35-17. Our pleasure to catch up with Assumption AD Lisa Pinkston. It's got to be a very impressive experience for you guys to enjoy this. Just talk about what this week thus far has been like for you.
It is amazing. You know, it's been 19 years, I believe, since we've been on the stage. So this is a huge moment for us, for our community. We're so proud. Our girls are so excited. It's just a lot of fun.
This basketball team seems like they've been building towards this moment. Just describe Coach Kovach and where she took over and where you guys are now to this point.
I'll tell you what, it's been like a 3-year sprint, you know. Coach Karen came on board 3 years ago, and, the turnaround has been remarkable of what she's built. Just from a team culture standpoint and just creating an experience that, that is special for these girls. It's been great to see the turnaround.
For what you've done for the whole athletic department, what are your goals? What do you want to get done here in this chair?
Here's the thing. There's a little, coming in here for the first time in 19 years, I'm feeling a little bit of sense of relief seeing kind of how we came out today and our approach today. They really didn't look like they were too nervous at all. Like they were pretty. They looked like they've been here before. So, I think now it's just like establishing like this is the standard of Assumption basketball. We're gonna build from this. We want to win this tournament, but we're gonna look at this experience and we have nothing to lose. Just to add basketball now to our championship tradition with our other sports. In the last year we've won 6 state championships and volleyball, cross country, dance, flag football, softball, and so we're just looking to build upon the success that we've had.
Reflect back to when you hired Coach C. What was it in her that really impressed you that you just knew she was the person for the job?
Well, we just wanted to create a program just with some energy around it. We wanted to create a program. Listen, we compete for state championships in all of our sports. That is our standard. And bringing in Coach C, like that's the vision that we set. And Coach has taken us further than what I had even imagined. She has surrounded herself with an unbelievable coaching staff. She has exposed these girls to very high level of play from camps and clinics and tournaments out of state. And just the overall experience, she has just leveled up. So it's been really, really fun to see.
You guys have a great representation from the student body today. What's it been like on campus over the last few days?
There's a lot of buzz. Like our kids are involved in so many things. Like our sophomore class today, we have a whole program called ACTS. Like the entire sophomore class of students, over 200 students, are out doing like mission work today. So it was really kind of like balancing our kind of school environment and the success of our basketball team. We've got about 170 kids in the student section today for this first round, which is an unbelievable turnout. That student section, will grow on Friday, hopefully, right? We want to take care of business today, but looking to even expand that student section even more on Friday, and that will be exciting to see.
There's so much history, and I know you know this for Assumption, 3-time state semifinalists. So, there's just so much nostalgia with this program.
There is, but I think it's just, it's been a long time coming to on this stage for basketball, and so. The last time we've been here is like 19 years, and so our kids haven't even been alive.
Right.
I think back maybe in 2007, something like that. So, just trying to be relevant again and trying to create something that people want to be a part of.
Enjoy the experience. Best of luck this week.
Thank you so much.
That's Assumption AD Lisa Pinkston. We will step aside. More coverage coming up. We'll have your halftime numbers after this on Glycod.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a side of ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
This is the mower that cut the lawn, that became the place their kids grew up. The legendary Exmark Laser Z is the zero-turn mower more landscape pros trust. For cut quality, comfort, and reliability. Exmark, official mowers of the backyard life. Visit your local dealer or explore the Exmark Laser Z online for special finance offers, available now.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Let's take a look at the halftime numbers presented by German American Bank. They've served communities since 1910. Assumption 46% from the floor and getting a lot of easy opportunities.
Yeah, they're getting shots from anywhere they want, Chris. Basically, they run that weave and they get right to the basket out of the weave. They penetrate and they kick or they dump. They've turned the Calloway team over several times and got easy layups. And that's right now they're dominating. The Rockets are in every category.
Assumption plus 10 on the backboard and 6 fewer turnovers, since so many of those Callaway County turnovers have led to Assumption points.
Yeah. Either the turnovers or the quick rebounds and outlets. This Assumption team likes to get out and go. the pace is just wrong. The matchup is tough for Callaway. The pace is way too fast for them right now with this Rocket team. I mean, my gosh, they 20-4 in the paint, and the Assumption's had 9 second chance points, and the Lakers have had none. So it's all the stats say what the scoreboard says.
What do you look for in the second half, and what can Callaway County do to get back in this game?
I thought they did some decent things in the second quarter. I thought they started moving Cellar Low around a little bit. They started attacking the basket a little bit more. I think in the second half they have to force this Rocket team to play defense. Right now they're easy on them. I think they need to look for gaps and drive it to the basket. Try to get to the foul line. I see that's their only way of playing. Plus they have to take care of the basketball. Plus they have to take away the second point opportunities.
Assumption with a big lead at the half. They lead Callaway County 35-17, and the second half is next on Glycod.
Red Ball Recycling is Southern Indiana's #1 recycling choice for a reason. We offer top dollar for all scrap metal. We can buy steel, copper, aluminum, brass, junk cars, and more. Call or stop by Red Ball Recycling and turn your scrap metal into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
This is the mower that cut the lawn, that became the place their kids grew up. The legendary Exmark Laser Z is the zero-turn mower more landscape pros trust. For cut quality, comfort, and reliability. Exmark, official mowers of the backyard life. Visit your local dealer or explore the Exmark Laser Z online for special finance offers, available now.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
(35-17) Assumption as we get set for the second half. The winner gets Frederick Douglass on Friday at 11 a.m. Frederick Douglass, a very impressive win earlier over Henderson County to get this tournament started. And Assumption, should this score hold, they're very familiar with the Broncos, having beat them earlier this season.
Yeah, it should be a pretty good matchup. Frederick Douglass has some real athletes out there on the court. They get up and down well. I think it's going to be a good game. I think the matchup's better than today's matchup.
Broncos have been to this tournament the last 2 years, advancing to last season's state semifinalists before falling to George Rogers Clark. And it will be Callaway County ball to start this second half, a team that's only lost twice this year, 33-2, started 26-0. And Jaden Koch, the point guard, brings it into front court. Koch, far sideline in front of the Callaway County bench with Coach Collins standing, arms crossed, and the entry pass out of bounds, deflected off of Assumption.
Yeah, also the Ashland James. That's a great matchup that Coach Kovac has got Ashland on their best player, and that's Lowe. And she's having a hard time with the length and the speed of James.
Up top, Callie Franklin as she'll swirl it near sideline. Jaden Koch. Franklin inside the three-point line. Been battling foul issues for a lot of this game. That three is off from Jaden Koch, and the rebound on the backside brought down by Assumption. It's Jada Allen cradling the rebound, outlet pass. Corner three, Palmer short. And the Lakers with the rebound and a run out at the other end, sneaking out. And the basket is in. Basket is in for Perkins. It's Olivia Perkins. Her first field goal. Baseline jumper for Assumption as that's off from Layla Powell. And Calloway County with possession. And that last transition basket, an anomaly for them in this game.
Yes, it is. Ran out and got by with it that time. Usually it's hard to get by with because you run out like that, you lose rebounding opportunities on the offensive end.
Koch trying to shimmy underneath, spinning through heavy congestion. That shot is off the rim, no good. And Ava Moore digs out the Assumption rebound. Jada Allen weaves it in the corner. Back to the trailer. Ashland James, top of the key. And the Rockets backpedal on that big blue bold UK logo to restart their offense. James seizing the moment. Elbow jumper off the back rim. Tapped in the corner and chased down by Callaway County. Somehow they got the rebound. Callie Franklin against much taller players brought it down.
Yeah, so far the Rockets first couple times down are settling for little short jump shots.
Jaden Koch's three is well long with that one, but chased down in the corner by Callaway County, and they're going to get another crack at it as Angie Emery brought it down. Callie Franklin spinning up top, finding Sailor Lowe, asking for motion. And Lowe throws that ball to the far sideline. It's chased down by Koch. 5:25 in this third quarter. Assumption in control. And a turnover as well as Lowe had it swatted away by Ashland James. And James all the way to the basket, lays it up long. Follow shot is off. And a whistle underneath. And a Callaway County foul as Layla Powell relentless on that backboard. And they're going to get Assumption for the foul.
Yeah. It was on the back. They got him, they pushed from behind on the second shot, Chris. Yeah.
Layla Powell checks out now with her third foul.
Yeah, look for Assumption to try to pick up the pace a little bit here and try to get to the rim a little bit on the offensive end other than settle for jump shots.
Kylie Moore is checked in for Assumption. Moore 4 first half points. And an overplay. Wonderful effort by Palmer. And deflects out off the sideline. It will stay Callaway County.
Well, we talked about Palmer in the first half. She was fantastic in the Sacred Heart final against Sacred Heart. She gets hands on everything.
Jaden Koch in a front court for the Lakers as Koch with a crease baseline and a hand check foul and bump on Assumption's Saray Palmer. Rockets pick up their second foul this quarter. As Jaden Koch will inbound underneath, and Callaway County just having to work so hard on every possession.
Every play's tough.
There's now the entry, and that shot is off from Franklin, challenged and out for the Assumption rebound.
Well, they moved Sailor Lowe away from the basket. She's doing primary ball handling, and that may be okay, but that's not the greatest matchup. And I'd also want her around the basket a little bit to give me some offensive rebounding.
Saray Palmer now will run the point on this possession for the Rockets, and she'll fling a long three and knock it in from the top of the key.
Yeah, she can do that. She had 2 or 3 against Assumption against Sacred Heart in the fourth quarter the other night that broke the game open.
And an over and back on the Lakers as Palmer knocking in Assumption's first three-point field goal, and they're doubling up Callaway County.
Well, if you notice right before the half, Chris, they had Palmer over here shooting threes. They were all rebounding just for her to shoot 3 after 3 after 3. I think the deal was she makes one, they're done, but she didn't make one that time.
Under 4 minutes. Palmer with the left. That goes in. She's got the last 5. And Assumption putting it on Calloway County. Angie Emery trap stolen away far sideline. Assumption salivating as James into front court, and James has her pocket picked. Stolen out of there, Callie Franklin, and Calloway County with tepid numbers. Jump shot from the elbow low, short, and going to deflect out of bounds to Calloway County as they're going to bring on Josie Haynes.
I think this large court, this college court is really getting to Calloway County. I'm watching right now Sailor Lowe getting up and down the court, and she's laboring. I really think the pace and the court size is bothering this Laker team.
The deflection out of bounds off the entry from Ashlyn James, so it stays Calloway County. And in Lowe's case, she's got that big bandage around the left knee as well.
Well, she's had an ACL tear in the past, so it's always tough. I don't know when it was or when it happened, but it's a long recovery.
3:30 is Lowe committed to, again, University of North Alabama down in Florence. Lowe has the entry and split the double team beautifully, but missed the shot. And Assumption with the rebound. Ava Moore. And Moore through contact and an Assumption opportunity at the free throw line after a Calloway County foul is the crowd to our right getting into this game.
Yeah, it's a good day to be an Assumption fan right now. So far, the way this game is going, Chris.
Well, on Friday, perhaps a larger crowd expected. As Lisa Pinkston indicated, free throw in.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised, really, today. I would have thought Assumption would have brought more or less their entire school, but not really sure. And but with the matchup with Assumption that is coming up, you're right next to the Lexington school, so.
Yeah, Frederick Douglass, in essence, a home game for them. A 3-mile drive down Winchester Road.
Absolutely.
3 minutes remaining.
So you would think they would have a great crowd, as long as the administration lets the kids out to come and watch.
Well, it's Friday. Might as well with 2:57.
I would. You don't get this. You don't get these opportunities all the time.
Immediate timeout. Assumption enjoying themselves at half court as they crawl over to the bench. They lead Calloway County 42-19. More coverage coming up on Glycod.
A Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
We'd like to invite you to join our free-to-watch high school athletics platform by subscribing to Glycod on YouTube. Glycod strives to provide the most positive representation for high school sports, and we would love your support. So Assumption in control, and it looked like, and you pointed this out, that maybe Ava Moore, a milestone point.
Yeah, most likely, usually they do them on 500 or they do them on 1,000, but you had a little celebration in the middle of the court with the kids, and the one official walked over to check it out, but it was all in good nature. It wasn't any kind of showing up anybody. They were just happy for one of their teammates.
So how long, you still a lot of time in this game, how long do the starters stay out there?
Oh, I've seen Coach. I think they'll stay out there good part of the game. I mean, I would say maybe 5-6 minutes they might start trickling people in. She's got a deep bench, so she can play some people.
And Calloway County going to inbound.
But the good thing, Chris, about this game is these first games, this is how you want to draw if you want to win a state championship. You want to rest that second day. You don't want to be the Thursday game, because Thursday plays back-to-back days.
Josie Haynes missed that three in the corner. Transition opportunity in, and 2 more points, Ashlyn James. And James having a wonderful afternoon here, her 14th point.
I was surprised that the Rockets pulled out of that 1-2-2 trap so quickly that time. They're going 1-2-2 and then falling back man-to-man. And their length is giving Calloway County fits.
Jaden Koch swirling in the corner as the Lakers in the half court. There's the pass up top. A long 2 from the high left. That's Jaden Stark, 5'10 sophomore. Missed the follow off from Sailor Lowe. And Assumption clears the rebound. Veronica Hocker is on the floor for the first time, and she'll handle.
Yeah, she's starting guard for the JV team. She's a good ball player. She's very smooth, shoots the ball extremely well.
So Ray Palmer threading the needle to Kylie Moore in the half court, and Moore kisses it in. With 1:40 in this third quarter, a dominant performance today by Assumption. And the overplay out of bounds and back to the Rockets as Callaway County tried to funnel the post. And they're going to bring on a sub. That's Emma Grooms, 5'3 junior. So the Lakers, despite a successful season, going to fall today.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This Rocket team's led from the get-go. They've never been behind. They started out shooting the ball well, and their balance and their great defensive pressure has been the name of the game today. 2 really strong performances today, one by Frederick Douglass. This one, I think, a little bit better as Assumption in full control. And a foul as Assumption will head to the free throw line. So Ray Palmer, a strong drive to the basket. Yeah, that first game, Frederick Douglass was helped a lot by the cold shooting of Henderson County. I've never seen them shoot the ball that cold before. I think one point toward the end of the game, they only shot 17%, so they were really having a hard time, and Douglass was able to push it out.
So Ray Palmer connecting on the free throw.
High
watermark lead.
I just think this Assumption team is, head-to-head. Frederick Douglass, I think this Assumption team might be just a little bit better scorer in the basketball.
Now, the Rockets beat them earlier this year by 32. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, I just think the matchup, I think most of the time the Rockets are going to have good matchups because I think what they have on the court is hard to beat.
And Callaway County into front court now, under a minute. And there's a block shot on a corner 3. It's out of bounds to the Lakers as Kylie Moore closed and blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah. Kylie Moore is long, and she plays taller than she is, and extremely athletic. She does a great job.
And possession on the entry again, so it's going to stay for the Lakers. This time they'll start the offense underneath their own basket as Jaden Koch will trigger it in. Koch, a double-figure scorer, but held to 2 points today.
That quickness and length does wonders things for the Rockets. These offenses have to start so far out. They have to work so hard to get any opportunity.
And jetting in the passing lane, Saray Palmer with a steal, and she'll complete the layup. 30 seconds in this third quarter, and Callaway County scored 2 points thus far. Coming up the floor is Koch, under 20, and Koch high left in front of the Callaway County bench. Tries a long 2, and there's a made basket. With 11 seconds now in the third, and Assumption driving at 4 is spinning is James, and that's going to be off the mark and wrap up quarter number 3. Assumption on their way, and they lead 50-21, and we've got a foul to close that third quarter. So an Assumption opportunity at the free throw line for Ashlyn James.
Yeah, she does a nice job of spinning back to her right. She can go left, spin back right. She can go either way.
James,
she's a special player. So.
15 points. There have been a lot of good teams over the course of years. We've seen many. This Assumption team right there in the thick of it, I would assume.
Yeah, one of the better teams I've seen. Their weakness, and you can't really tell a whole lot, but their greatest weakness might be their outside shooting. They don't shoot the ball great, but they go get the ball great, so they make up for it, and there's a lot of long rebounds. But I think they know their strengths, Chris. I think they know that they can get to the basket pretty much anytime they want. They just put so much pressure on these teams once they get to the paint.
Both free throws are good. Fourth quarter coming up next on Glycod.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Welcome back to Rupp Arena. Assumption in big-time command, leading Calloway County 52-21 as we get set for the fourth quarter. Special thanks to all of our corporate partners as part of our free-to-watch high school athletics platform. And thank you to Assumption for enabling us the opportunity to provide coverage to you folks that could not make the trek here. And they've missed a wonderful performance today by their Rockets.
Yeah, from the beginning. I was really amazed by the calmness. You know, this is a big deal, and they haven't been here forever. So, you know, to come onto the court and just play with such calm, I've just been very, very impressed.
Will be Assumption basketball to start this fourth quarter. Ashlyn James, swish on a right wing three. 55-21, the lead has never been more lengthy than it's been right now. This Sailor Lowe driving for Callaway County. There's a corner three, Olivia Perkins. She missed that one in the corner and chased down by Jaden Koch. And the senior gets the roll for Callaway County. She's got 7 points in the game, 5 in the second half. Ashlyn James swirling, driving baseline with 19. Nice cut. Fielded by Jada Allen, and Allen got the angle but missed the shot. Rebound Kovac, left wing three. James got another.
Yeah, she can shoot it, though. Very smooth.
58-23 on the verge of a running clock with 7 to play. Callaway County trying to get something productive here with 6:45. And the shot rattles in. That was a nice entry pass, and the basket goes in for Jaden Stark.
Yeah, nice little baby hook by Lowe.
Oh, beg your pardon, it was Lowe. 6:30 plus as Ashlyn James made a couple of quick threes. She'll signal it out for Palmer, a three, and it's an Assumption feast as Palmer knocks one in up top.
Well, they're feeling it, Chris, no doubt about it. Palmer's a real good three-point shooter. She shoots 37%. James doesn't quite shoot the percentage, but she's smooth.
Great cut and catch, and the basket falls in for Callie Franklin. That may have been the Lakers' best half-court set of the night.
I would say so. Great basket cut, perfect pass, and I think it caught Assumption sleeping just a bit.
Ashlyn James will handle it up top as the Douglas Broncos await, and the winner of that will be on to Saturday morning semifinal. As Kovac has a pass deflected at half court, it's going to be an over and back violation, and Callaway County will have it. .536 remaining. Saray Palmer checks out for the Rockets. And they're going to bring on Palin Quinn, a 5'8 freshman.
Well, I think you asked, Chris, when you thought they might be. I think they slide them in slowly. I think that's the right way to do it. Just get them in one at a time. Gives them great experience on this big court, and it also rests the starters, and you don't want any injuries at this point in time.
Now the clock continues to run here, and they're going to have to put some time on it. The site clock shows 5:03, and ample time went off the clock before the free throw attempt. But we've not had a 36-point lead yet, and that's the definition of a running clock.
35.
Oh, 35.
35. Mm-hmm.
So one more for Koch. Good to see her finish her career strongly with 7 points in the second half.
She's got a real nice little pull-up, Chris. She does a good job. Once again, though, the length of assumptions that's really bothered this Callaway team.
Jada Allen now swirls to Palin Quinn. The shot is off. Kovach follows and puts it in. That's Kyla Kovach for two. That one's going to be off the mark from the far sideline, and it's rebounded out of there by Callie Franklin and Sailor Lowe for the Lakers. Assumption has led throughout. Right now enjoying a 34-point lead.
I think you always have to talk about Assumption really plays good defense. Not only are they good athletes, they're good defenders.
Basket as Koch fed Sailor Lowe for the basket. 63-31. Nearing the 4-minute mark. As the Rockets will handle it up top, that's freshman Kaylin Quinn. Underneath Layla Powell, her shot is off the mark, and a foul underneath. And they're going to continue to run the clock here as possession transitions to Callaway County.
There's a foul on Powell, number 23.
And so Ray Palmer will check out for the Rockets. As Assumption doing what they needed to do today. And Callaway County making some subs as well. And always the most difficult part of all this when you see the seniors come off the floor in tears and hugging their coach and players. And Callaway County will do that a couple of times.
Yeah, there's only one team that comes off the court at the end that have smiles and tears.
We've got a foul and foul on Quinn. Couple of free throws, and that's going to bring us to immediate timeout. 63-31, Assumption is on their way, and we'll have more coverage in just a moment after this timeout on Glycod.
A Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Stay tuned for our HKC Roofing post-game report. We will have tonight's most outstanding players, also your final numbers, and take a glance towards Friday morning's quarterfinal between the Rockets and Frederick Douglass. With this win, Assumption will improve to 25-5. And Callaway County, a wonderful season for them in which they set a school record for wins their campaign will end at 33-3. Two free throws for senior Laker Jaden Koch, and she has a classmate and teammate at the scores table, and we'll check her out, I would assume, after the Koch free throws. It's been way too much speed and athleticism for Callaway County to overcome today.
Yeah, just a very, very difficult matchup for Callaway County for the Lakers.
Sailor Lowe will check out, the all-everything, all-time leading scorer at Callaway County High School, with some hugs with the coach and coaching staff. And Jaden Koch for a second free throw, and now she likely will check out. And see the tears start to flow. Wow. 3 minutes left. Two great careers wrapping up today for Callaway County.
Yeah, both Sailor Lowe and Koch are tremendous players.
And Assumption, a lot of reserves on the floor. That's Maddie Lyons handling it. And up top, it's Palin Quinn. And the entry deflected out by Callie Franklin, and then she had her pocket picked from behind by Kylie Moore, and Assumption with it as Moore swirls it up top. Veronica Hocker attacking, swirling, lofting it in.
She's an up-and-comer, Chris. I told you before, I watched her play. She starts for their JV team, and she's a very, very good player.
And Callaway County going to stop play. Class move by Coach Collins, going to let the clock continue to go, but wanted to sub out Callie Franklin, a junior. And Callaway County getting all of their student athletes that made the trek here an opportunity to play with 2:30 remaining. So memories being made for all these student athletes this morning and afternoon. Emma Grooms handling it. Just over 2 minutes left. We're going to have another sub. So now they're going to restart the clock. A little inconsistency, I think, from the scorekeeper, but bigger fish to fry, and we're going to have a timeout. Assumption we will keep things here in a 30-second timeout. Mark, you mentioned the advantage to playing today versus tomorrow. So what do you do with that extra day in between normally?
Oh, it's wonderful. It's a day of rest. Most teams tend to stay, but I've been told that the Assumption team is going to go back home, and then they'll come back Thursday night because they have an 11 o'clock. But, the last time we won the thing, and that's a long time ago, that was 2010, everybody thought we had the worst draw because we had to open up with Marion County. But we had the best draw because when it came to the days of the finals, we played Scott County in the finals, and we played the earlier game anyway, so we were able to get the kids back to the hotel rooms. And Port Scott County, the other draw, they were trying to eat lunch at Applebee's. So it's a tremendous advantage because, if you get the Thursday draw, you get Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 2 games. If you get the Wednesday draw, you get a day off, which is really important.
There's the inbound from Callaway County, thefted by Veronica Hocker, and Hocker crawls into front court for Assumption. Corner three, well off the side of the glass, and then Arise smiles. That shot's off from Palin Quinn, but the putback goes.
Nice left hand by that young lady. Love to see them using left hands on left sides when they're not left-handers.
That was Kat Cummins with the basket.
Yeah.
67-33, 1:33 remaining. There's the entry and deflected out off of Assumption's Maddie Lyons, and Callaway County is going to bring on 2 more subs. Rockets out to the early lead. They led 18-9 after 1 and have not looked back. Violet Linke on for Callaway County. She'll handle it up top. 5'7", 8th graders. Linke shoots it in the corner to Anne-Marie Arnett, and a baseline jumper goes in. So under a minute now as Assumption will possess. They're going to try a corner three, and that's going to go down. Instant offense for Kat Cummins.
Yeah, she's a tough player. She just, once again, female basketball, you have a lot of ACL issues, and she was one of them. It really sets the kids back quite a bit.
Cummins with 5 quick points. There's a shot off the mark from Litke, and Assumption clears it. Rockets in the half court. Cummins again. And Cummins under 10 now as the Rockets in full control. Shot off the window. That's going to bounce out. Put back goes in, and Assumption's going to get 2 more. And that's going to take us to the final. 72-35 Rockets. That last basket, Palin Quinn. And the Rockets move on over Calloway County. HKC Roofing postgame report on the other side of this timeout. You're watching Sweet 16 basketball action from Glycod.
A Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Blind Select, not just blinds. Blind Select, not just blinds.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Welcome to Holy Smokes Barbecue.
At Holy Smokes Barbecue, our pitmasters smoke up mouth-watering ribs, chicken, brisket, mutton, and more. From sandwiches to full dinners, with a complete list of sides and desserts. Holy Smokes Barbecue. Just tell them that the man in the big white hat sent you.
Order up! How's the pork chop taste?
It's pretty good. It's the best one I've ever had.
Holy Smokes Barbecue! Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by HKC Roofing. For your next roof repair or improvement, contact HKC at 502-212-1081 or visit roofyourhouse.com. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed.
Assumption taking care of their business today as they get by Calloway County 72-35. And just this game never in doubt, Mark.
No, not from the get-go. Assumption was never behind, Chris, and each quarter the lead increased. They were very impressive today. Way too much athleticism for this Callaway County team. No shame in that. Sometimes matchups just don't go your way.
What does it say, though, about the discipline for Assumption? You would think maybe there'd be some butterflies as the school's not been here forever, but, boy, they just took to comfort immediately out there.
They look like pros. I mean, I watched them in the last game we did for Glycod when they beat Sacred Heart, and it was a packed house, and they played pretty much the same way. They only know one way, and that's up and down and pace. But, they share the ball well. They get second shots off the rebound, and the guards rebound well. They kind of check all the boxes, Chris. It'd be interesting to see if anybody could beat them in this tournament. I know that GRC beat them in triple overtime, and that could match up in the end. And I want to take one game at a time, but to look forward, I think their athleticism, the way they play, is pretty remarkable.
Frederick Douglass certainly, I think, will provide a more stiff challenge, as you mentioned. Then you got Simon Kenton as well at the bottom bracket. Those may be a few teams to look out for.
Yeah, Coach is back at Simon Kenton after his son was there for a while, and he took a college job, and they've never missed a beat. They're a tough team to play, and they're a team that has to control the tempo. So, they like to control tempo. He does a great job up there at Simon Kenton. It'd be interesting to see if he can slow this Assumption team down, though.
Our final stats and most outstanding players presented by State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilley when we come back. Assumption over Calloway County on Glycod.
A Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Blinds Direct, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Welcome to Holy Smokes Barbecue.
At Holy Smokes Barbecue, our pitmasters smoke up mouth-watering ribs, chicken, brisket, mutton, and more. From sandwiches to full dinners, with a complete list of sides and desserts. Holy Smokes Barbecue. Just tell them that the man in the big white hat sent you.
Order up. How's the pork chop taste?
It's pretty good. It's the best one I've ever had.
Holy Smokes Barbecue. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by HKC Roofing. For your next roof repair or improvement, contact HKC at 502-212-1081 or visit roofyourhouse.com. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed.
72-35 Assumption over Calloway County. Time now for your final numbers presented by German American Bank, serving communities since 1910. And it was a red-hot shooting for Assumption today as they get by 72-35. And for Calloway County, just not nearly enough consistent production, Mark.
No, it was work. I mean, everything they got, they had to really, really work for. As you said at one time, Chris, second half was the best play they ran, and it was just a pass cut and an easy layup. But I think that's because for one time, Assumption fell asleep on the weak side. But it was a dominant defensive production by this Rocket team.
Assumption plus 13 on the backboard and then causing 19 Calloway turnovers. And the pressure and the pace, that is such a key ingredient to Assumption's success.
Well, absolutely, and they're made for this court. This long court does make a difference. You don't like to talk about it too much when you come in here. You're playing on it, but it does make a difference. And I saw pretty much mid-second quarter, some of the Callaway kids were really, really labored to get up and down the court. And the Assumption Rockets got a lot of easy opportunities on layups when that happened.
Rockets improved to 25-5. They will await Frederick Douglass. Coverage starts Friday at 10:30 a.m., 11 o'clock tip in the first of 4 quarterfinals on Friday. Great season for Calloway County, but it will end today, and they'll fall to 33-3. Tonight's Most Outstanding Players brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And for Assumption, wonderful afternoon. Ashlyn James pacing them in scoring 35 minutes, garnered 22 points.
Yeah, she's a gift. She'd be great to have on a team. She's got remarkable quickness and speed, great first step. She can knock down the three. She shoots about 28%, but when she gets in rhythm, she can knock down the three. She can get to the rim as well as anybody I've seen in a long time.
Saray Palmer, 32 minutes, 18 points, and just such balance. You've got 9 points coming off the bench for Kylie Moore, and then 4 steals forced today 10 steals forced today for Assumption.
Yeah, they got such quick hands. They run that little 1-2-2 press, and they get hands on the ball about every time down the court. And anytime you turn your back, expect a double team and expect them to take it. And Palmer's the best at it. She's low to the floor anyway, but she's lightning hands, and she really creates a lot of havoc on the defensive end.
Palmer also 2 of 5 from three-point range for Callaway County. Sailor Lowe in her final high school game, 31 minutes, 12 points and 7 rebounds. And Jaden Koch, 10 points and got going late. Good for her to finish on a strong note.
Yeah, I was happy for the young lady. The second half, she started attacking the basket a little bit and pulling up for that little mid-range. That seems to be her game. She likes that little mid-range 15-foot pull-up, knock those down. So that was good to see. As far as Lowe goes, she the Assumption matchups, they might not have been as tall as she was, but they're so quick and so long. It really made it tough on her today. And they played behind her, so she had to face up and try to take the ball to the basket on the floor, and then that's where you have all the quick Assumption hands.
That'll do it for us today. Assumption defeats Callaway County 72-35 again on the air Friday at 10:30 a.m. as Assumption will take on Frederick Douglass. Today's executive producer has been Steve Bird. So for Mark Evans, I'm Chris LeBar. Good afternoon from Lexington. You've been watching the 11th region and Sweet 16 first round live on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
Go ahead, pour it on, as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham, always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod. From Glycod, this has been UA Local 502 Louisville Basketball Game Night. UA Local 502 and the Mechanical Contractors Association of Kentucky. We do it right the first time. Tonight's game was brought to you by Red Ball Recycling, turning your scrap metal into scrap money. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed. Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. German American Bank, building our community since 1910. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. Anderson's Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. And by Blinds Direct and State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly.
Visit glycod.com and follow us on social media for information about upcoming broadcasts and other high school sports content. Thank you for watching this live sports presentation on Glycod.